Welcome back. My name is Sherry, known as Sea Swan. I'm 57 years old with normal combo skin. I don't have fillers, Botox, or cosmetic procedures. This is just all me and my 57-year-old mature skin. And today I want to show you a really easy, effortless look using really 4 concealers from Maxines Revenge. Maxines Revenge is a brand of concealers that are designed to be used all over the full face. So concealer, foundation, bronzer, contour. It's a full face product. They're serum-like textures and they're designed for women over 45. I'm also going to talk to you about products that I've just been loving this summer. Starting with this L'Oreal Collagen cream. This goes on like a milky toner. I love how this looks and wears under makeup. It just leaves the skin kind of dewy, bouncy, hydrated, and it's L'Oreal, so it's not going to break the bank. Tatcha, however, will break the bank, but I still love her. This is the Dewy Milk Moisturizer. And again, I just love the way this sits under makeup. This also has ingredients in it that not only deeply hydrate the skin, but that also control oil and sebum production throughout the day. And as somebody with oily combo skin, I really love this. But look at the skin. It's juicy. Do some underpainting with French Face. And I'm actually going to use shade Deep Cacao since we're just underpainting. I like to put it a little bit higher than that cheekbone so that we can get a little bit of a lift. We're over 50. Like that. I'm just going to lightly blend that out with a BK 109. I'm not looking for a super blend here because we're underpainting. So just going to want to get this spread out. But this is such a beautiful formula. Very serum-like, weightless. You don't feel like you're wearing anything on the skin. And I feel like particularly with women as we get older and menopause and hot flashes become a real part of our life, the last thing I want to do is feel suffocated in my makeup. Then I'm going to take the shade Medium Sand. This is a skin tone shade for me. And I'm just basically going to put it in the areas I did not underpaint like this. Something like that. Then using a Crystal Lee K39, I'm just gonna pounce that. I'm gonna start by blending in the areas that don't have the contour and the bronzer. Again, this is a really rough blend right now because I'm just basically distributing the product. Then once I have that product distributed, I go in and I blend. So we start like that. And then as you go over this, this is where you get that really skin-like finish. Look how pretty that is. See how it just melts into the skin? Hit the nose. And again, we just lightly go over it. And this is a full coverage concealer. It has pigments in it that actually put it in that kind of full coverage class. But you can sheer this out. This is such a beautiful product. It always looks like skin. I'm going with some Medium Peach. This is my color corrector shade. And because it's Maxines Revenge and I know this formula, I just go right in with the Medium Beige, which is more of a brightening shade. And just to do some highlighting on the face. Now I could go in with a concealer brush. I'm just gonna, just to keep this super natural, I'm actually just gonna use my same brush that I used to blend the base. Look how beautiful that is under the eye. It's gonna go over the lids. And look at that contour. It's peeking out from under this skin tint. So super natural. And then using this Alora Cosmetics, this just launched and she sent it to me. These are pressed powders. Some of you may be familiar with the loose powder that she has. It's extremely blurring and the pressed powder is the same. I love this shade 02 Pink. Look at that. Go over the lid. And just set over here under the marionettes. Over the lips. And carve this out a bit. This powder's stunning. Going for sort of a neutral, mauvey beige look today. So I'm going to use Glassy Ginger from Haus Labs. This is going to give you just that barely there, but look how glassy it is. And these do dry down. This is one of my favorite blush formulas from Haus Labs. I also like the Huda Beauty blush filters. See how it's just enough? ColourPop sent some stuff over, and I want to put this shade Hippo on. It's a putty texture. Forgive me, I'm not that familiar with ColourPop, but I'm just gonna tap this onto the lid. I don't really know what to expect here. Oh, it's very pretty. I like how subtle this is. It's not super shimmery. And I think if you have mature eyelids, this is gonna work really well for you. Now, I've been told that not all ColourPop shades kind of run consistent in the line, but shade Hippo, that is a very good shade, and it's also extremely lid smoothing. I'm going to take this larger Nikki LaRose. It's actually a concealer brush. I like to use it to blow out the crease, and I'm going to use one of these shades from this Cold Stone Fox palette ColourPop sent over. I think I'm going to use this shade. It's like a dusty mauve, just to like ground this. I'm not looking for a super structured eye look. That's barely showing up on my eye. So I'm going to go a little deeper into this. Yeah, that's it. And I'm just going to pat. Because if you have textured lids, the last thing you need is to be like, you know, going back and forth. And then the shadows skip and it's just not cute. And then I'm going to go in with this lightest shade. Even though we went in with Hippo, kind of just want to familiarize myself a little bit with this palette. This first sort of pinky metallic shade, popping it in the center. Very pretty. Same brush with that crease shade. I'm just going to blow this out a little bit down here. Just to add a little bit of dimension. Perfect. This is one of my best drugstore finds. This is from Maybelline, and it's called the Hyper Easy. It's a liquid liner with the finest tip, so you can really get in there and draw a very precise wing. I like to keep my wing focused to the outside corner. And if you have hooded eyes, you want to stay on the outside corner, because as our eyes hood, we don't have that much real estate to play with. And so we definitely don't want, you know, a black line taking up lid real estate. I sort of draw at the length that I'm going to want it, and then I come back on the wing. Don't worry if they're not precisely even. By the time you get mascara on, everything's going to come together. I'm taking the K32 with the ABH bronzer. I love these bronzers from ABH. I'm in shade Tropical Tan. Set the cream bronzer. These are so smoothing and so blurring. They're gorgeous on mature skin. They appear a lot lighter in the pan than what you think. Look at that. Look how smoothing that is. Mascara, Tarantulash. What else? My favorite mascara. What I love most about this mascara is I already had a little bit of mascara on before I started the video. This is one of the only mascaras that I can put on top of totally dried out mascara. The bottom lashes. So good. Nothing beats Tarantulash. And this is brand new from ABH, Anastasia Beverly Hills. They sent these over in every shade. Look at how fine the tip of this pen is. This is going to be a new favorite product. You have a lot of control, and it draws the tiniest little hair strokes into the brow. Looks so natural. If you're somebody who's struggled with brow pens, this is a really good one to pick up. I mean, look at that. perfection. And staying with our mauvey theme, I'm gonna do some Restless Rose using the same K32. One of my favorite things about these brushes is that they're crystal fibers that don't hold on to product. So you can literally move from like creams to powders to liquids. Look at that. These are my favorite powder blush formulas. So good. One of my favorite lip combos. This is Morphe, the new liners. Look how long they are. This is shade Spiffy, and this is from Kapari in Nude Beige. Shade Spiffy. I love how neutral this is. It leans cool. It's great for an everyday look. It's so good. It does a bit of lip contouring. I love the products that Morphe has been releasing lately. A really good job. Let me just blend that out with the finger. This is Kapari in Nude Beige. Love this applicator. I want all my lip balms to have this applicator. It's so comfortable. It's like a Milky Days. Finishing off with the Danessa Myricks Liquid Blurring Balm. Hear me when I tell you, this is the most incredible product. It looks like a setting spray. You shake it. It's got the ball inside of it. It is actually a liquid powder. So you can use it all over the face, or you can use it to spot set the same way you would use powder. I have even tested this with not setting my under eyes and using just this, and it works like a dream. I do not have a powder that blurs like this. And once I spray it, I like to go over it and pat it with a brush in the areas where I want like extra blur and get it blended out. It is so good. This launches September 3rd. Everything will be linked in my shop mine in the captions. Scent of the day, Thousand Palms by Fulton and Roark. Super green. If you're into like green, fresh fragrances, you will love Thousand Palm. I feel like I need to get all of my green, earthy scents in before we transition to fall. All right, everybody, that's it. Full face. Fresh, everyday, go-to look using some of my favorite products. I'll see you here next week. I'm committing to posting once a week. So if we get more followers and more traction, I'll up it maybe to twice a week. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment and let me know who you are. Love you guys.